Back in the DHSS is the first album released by the UK rock band Half Man Half Biscuit, HMHB, in 1985. The album's title puns on that of the 1968 song Back in the USSR by the Beatles, referring to the high unemployment levels at the time of the album's release. The DHSS, Department of Health and Social Security, was the British institution which distributed unemployment benefit. It was re-released in 2003, compiled with their first EP, the Trumpton Riots EP. Background. In 1984, Half Man Half Biscuit started rehearsing at the Vulcan Studios in Liverpool, where Nigel Blackwell was working as the caretaker. One of the people he had got to know was building an 8-track studio in an upstairs room and hired Half Man Half Biscuit for testing the sound quality. Back in the DHSS was recorded for £40 as a result of Blackwell having secured a cut-price deal for the band. According to the band's official biography, the first label to which Neil Crossley and Nigel Blackwell offered their first album was Skysaw Records in Wallasey, who said they would love to release it but the swearing was a financial risk. Then Skeleton Records didn't really do anything except smile and ask if they could use the name as a label to put out a single by Instant Agony. Blackwell and Crossley said yes, not expecting any publicity of their own. Alan Erasmus of Factory Records chuckled encouragingly and said it was probably unlikely anything would come about. Jeff Davis of Probe Plus took the original tape and a couple of days later said that he would like to release it. Reportedly, Jeff's then wife, Annie, was a major influence, being more in tune with the references. The band recorded a few more songs at Vulcan, and the resultant backing the DHSS LP was sent to John Peel, who delighted in the savage mockery of minor British celebrities, all wrapped up in tales of the everyday tedium that is life on the dole. The LP topped the UK indie chart to become the biggest-selling independent record of 1986. Track listing. 1. God Gave Us Life length 420. 2. Fuckin' Hell It's Fred Titmus length 240. 3. Seal Clubbing 325. 4. 99% of Gargoyles Look Like Bob Todd length 439. 5. Time Flies By, When You're the Driver of a Train, length 239. 6. I Hate Neris Hughes, From the Heart, length 349. 7. The Langani Stance length 345. 8. Venus and Flares length 231. 9. I Love You Because, You Look Like Jim Reeves, length 315. 10. Reflections in a Flat length 324. 2003 re-release. Busy Little Market Town. God Gave Us Life. Fuckin' Hell It's Fred Titmus. Seal Clubbing. 99% of Gargoyles Look Like Bob Todd. Time Flies By, When You're the Driver of a Train. I Hate Neris Hughes, From the Heart. The Langani Stance. Venus and Flares. I Love You Because, You Look Like Jim Reeves. Reflections in a Flat. I Left My Heart in Papworth General. Architecture and Morality Ted and Alice. Albert Hammond Bootleg. 1966 and All That. The Trumpton Riots. All I Want for Christmas is a Dukla Praga Way Kit. The above is the correct song order. The track listing on the 2003 release was incorrect, placing the Trumpton Riots at number 13, so putting the last 5 songs into an incorrect order. Tracks 13 to 17 were first released in 1986, see the Trumpton Riots EP. Cultural references. HMHB have always slyly quoted or parodied cultural, musical and other sources. The ones identified on this album include God Gave Us Life, John the Baptist, Jordan Dipper, Splash Tower Lord, Head Chopped Off at Salome's Behest, Eunice Dubs, Little and Large, seriously and funny comedy duo who once got Kevin Keegan to sing to millions. Bastards, Keith Harris, mediocre ventriloquist, had a hit with Orville's song, Wendy Craig, star of Butterflies, Carla Lane Abomination sitcom, Thor Hurd, Matthew Kelly, presenter of Game for a Laugh, has moved on to other crimes against humanity, Eartha Kitt, Isla St. Clair, On the Generation Game with Larry Grayson, Other things as well. Lionel Blair, dancer. Led the opposing team to on Give Us a Clue, Pontius Pilate, Bobby Charlton, Gordon Jackson. 4. Fucking Fred Titmus. Leonard, Fred Titmus, England bowler and ex-England selector, slightly deficient in the toe department. Has played first-class cricket in 5 decades, 1949-82, probably unique, post-war, Dracula, Gary Oldman, I think, Transylvania, Gary's locale in LA or perhaps it's in Romania, Stevie Nicks. Seal clubbing. Night clubbing, indirect, David Essex's song. This title is the pun on Halibarange, fish oil and orange vitamin pills. 99% of gargoyles look like Bob Todd. Jesus Christ, Bob Todd, one of the 2 ugly blokes on the Benny Hill show, the one who didn't receive punishment, James Dean, Marilyn Monroe, Jimmy Clitheroe, Ahmedian, perennial naughty schoolboy, died on the day of his mother's cremation. If you've ever wondered how you get triangles from a cow, refers to the Dairy Lee soft cheese adverts. John Noakes, Leslie Judd. Time flies by, when you're the driver of a train. Based on the Chigley song of the same name. The opening notes are the theme tune to Cambric Green, Cambric Green, Pew, Pew, Barney McGrew, Cuthbert, Dibble and Grubb, the Trumpton Fire Brigade, Careful with That Spliff, Eugene, Pink Floyd reference. I hate Nereus Hughes. Nereus Hughes, St. Vitus, Social, Supplementary, the Department of Health and Social Security. Supplementary benefit, money given by the DHSS to unemployed people without sufficient national insurance contributions. Then renamed income support, and now lumped with unemployment benefit into job seekers allowance. Bath, Spa Town, was in the now-defunct county of Avon. The Langanley Stance. Langanley, Crucible, Sheffield Theatre, home to annual World Snooker Championships, presented by David Vine, of course. Locomotion, Mashed Potato, 1960s dances based on single songs, Andy Warhol. Venus and Flares. Title refers to Venus and Furs by the Velvet Underground. A Million Housewives. Reference to old Heinz Beans advert, Portrait in the Snow. Some people allege that viewed from an aeroplane, you can see Christ's face when looking down on the Alps, hence, I can see, Robert Powell, Kojak, C&A, the Grand Old Duke of York. Nursery rhyme, George Savalas, was Telly's brother, he appeared in Kojak. I Love You Because, You Look Like Jim Reeves. I Love You Because was a 1964 hit for Jim Reeves. Peggy Mount, now a dame, actress. Not a Babe, Arctic Roll, 89p from Sainsbury's, Sky-Doo, a C5 on skis, Shake and Vac. The TV ad had an infectious song, complete with dance, do the shake and vac and put the freshness back. Frank Seibotham has covered it in firm favorite ads, Llandudno, North Wales town where people go to die, Tony Bastable. Reflections in a Flat. Echo and the Bunnymen, Ali Bongo, apparently directly descended from William Wallace, Ali's real name too? Of Braveheart and Sterling Monument fame. Has from time to time had his own show, but basically acts as magical advisor to the likes of Paul Daniels, and formerly to David Nixon, another prestidigitator, and now dead. Looked very much like F.W. de Klerk, Marks and Spencer's, Lech Walesa.